Do not ever mix business with pleasure. You will regret it. Trust me. Many years ago, I had a female client who was married, by the way. And around this time period, she was going through some marital issues, coming to me, talking about the things in which happened in their past. Her husband stepped out on her because she was trying to build up her business. Let me stop right here. First of all, don't ever tell somebody else what's going on in your personal life, especially of the opposite sex. Don't do it. You're asking for trouble. That's just a little crack in the armor that can turn into like a whole gash, okay? So anyway, she tells me all these problems and all of this different type of stuff, and then she starts to throw hints at me, right? And she knows I'm married. She knows I have a family, all of the above. And out of nowhere, one day she's like, you know, a man like you needs more than one woman. I had never had anybody tell me anything like that ever in my life. And as you're probably wondering, did that partnership continue? No. First of all, not every man is interested in having multiple women. Our society will try to paint it as if men want more than one woman. They will try to paint it as if we like to play the field, as if we have no self-control whatsoever, and that polygamy is actually the perfect situation for men. It's not the perfect situation. And I'm not saying it from experience or anything like that, but if I think about my past, before I was married, of course, I did my thing. I did, my juggling around. I had the different numbers and stuff, but there's too much that goes into that. Like you're dealing with like however many women, whether it's 2 or whether it's 4, you have to give out so much energy, so much time, and you have to lie so much just to keep all of these different women happy. Because most women are not going to go for a polygamy like type of relationship. They're just not going to do it. Most people, not even just women, are not going to want to do something like that either. But I do know that there are some out here, and I've seen the YouTube videos of some of the men. They do podcasts, and then they'll have like 2 women by them, and then they'll sit there and be interviewed. And most of the time the host will be like, how do you do it? You must be one lucky man. So what makes him a lucky man? The fact that you get to have 2 different flavors of ice cream, is that what makes you a man? Like that, a lucky man? I don't understand. How is it one won't be more jealous than the other? Like I'm talking about the ladies. Those of you who somebody might be watching this and you are into that, how do you manage that? Is what I'm trying to say. Because me, like I said, I'm married to one woman, and that's just how God intended it to be. I can't see myself being with somebody else anyway. But even still, like to maintain a healthy relationship is impossible, in my humble opinion. How are you going to tend to the needs of one without hurting the feelings of the other? Now, I feel that women, I'll say, because it's not really like the guys that are like pairing up, being with one woman. I'm not saying that doesn't happen. I think it does too. I've seen some videos on that too, but it's primarily the women that agree to that, and not a lot of them, just some. But I feel like that just stems from like a deep daddy issue. Maybe the father wasn't home, or maybe they endured some sort of like trauma as a kid, and they're willing to accept anything to not feel alone. They're willing to accept anything just to feel some sort of affection or feel loved, even if it means sharing a man with another woman. It's not right. You know, when that woman told me that, at first I was like, where is this coming from? What makes you think that? She said, you're the type of man that needs more than one woman. I'm like, what gave you that vibe? You know, like, you know, I just work hard. I take care of my family, keep myself in good shape. I just don't think that screams you need multiple women to be happy, because you absolutely do not need multiple women to be happy as a man. I can't speak for every man, but I can speak for myself, and be honest, you know, I just don't want to hurt anybody. Like, I don't like to see people hurt. And I know people who cheat and who have multiple partners, and one will find out and they're just devastated, you know, mentally and physically, just done due to the trauma from that relationship. So yeah, not all guys are into that. No. And like I said, for me, it was never a desire to do something like simultaneously at the same time with women. Like, some guys have those fantasies of sleeping with multiple women at once. Why would you do that when some of you barely can handle one woman as it is? What makes you think you can handle multiple women? Like, I don't think that, I don't think some of you guys understand how much work you have to put in for some of these women. Some of them, it's not as easy as you think. So, but we're gonna leave that there. You know, I don't want to turn this conversation into something that it ain't meant to be. But I'm just saying. So stop some of you got this porn addiction, and you grew up on porn, and it's screwed your head up and distorted what real love looks like and what a real relationship looks like, and you're just looking at it all wrong at the end of the day. So, yo, comment down below. Now, you can be honest. Are you a guy, and do you prefer more than one woman? And if you do, tell me why. I do recall a story of a guy saying that he needed to be with more than one woman just to prevent him from getting his heart broken, because he got cheated on, previous relationship, and he's like, I'm never going to ever commit to one woman again because I don't want to get hurt again. So I'm going to always keep quite a few women. So, yeah, I think that's a little narrow-minded, but to each his own. Everyone has their opinion as far as how they want to live their life. But you let me know your thoughts. So even if you're, a woman out there and you feel like you need more than one man, let me know. Let me know your thoughts. Also, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Peace.